Another day of crisis as more asylum seekers arrived in the city, packing the sidewalks near the Roosevelt Hotel in search of scarce shelter space.
Meanwhile, legal aid officials are slamming Governor Hochul for not doing enough, they say, and they're threatening legal action tonight. CBS 2's political reporter Marcia Kramer here now with more on all of this. Marcia.
Well, Christina Maurice, Mayor Adam wasn't kidding when he said from here on in, the city's ability to deal with the migrant crisis is going on only one way, and that's downhill. But now legal aid officials are saying it's not only a city problem, but a state problem, and the governor needs to step up to the plate.
Kathy Hochul has only barely begun to look at this problem and has not brought the resources of the state to assist the city, but also to address the obligations that the state has to provide shelter and aid and care to people who need it.
Legal aid attorney Joshua Goldfein, speaking as the latest wave of asylum seekers arriving in the city, joined others packed like sardines in a fenced-in holding pen outside the Roosevelt Hotel, waiting for the city to find some space, any space for them to live. Some have been there for days.
It's heartbreaking to see in New York City a sanctuary city that has welcomed people for so many generations.
Mayor Adams has opened nearly 200 facilities for asylum seekers, but with President Biden refusing to act, the spotlight is now on the state, which also has a constitutional obligation to provide shelter and care. Advocates say the governor's actions, opening up facilities at a Harlem jail, a hangar at JFK, and approving the use of the parking lot at the Creedmoor Psychiatric Center in Queens, it is yet to open, are just not enough. They want more.
But if that doesn't happen, and very soon, to alleviate the kinds of suffering that we're seeing on the streets, right next door to Grand Central, then we would have to take legal action.
At an upstate housing event, Governor Hochul insisted she is doing everything she can, including providing 2,000 National Guard members to help.
I have been in contact with the federal government literally every day of the week for a very long time. They've promised that they've directed the GSA, the General Service Administration, to find surplus properties for us.
The governor echoed Mayor Adams in insisting that the #1 answer would be for the Biden administration to give the asylum seekers work permits.
If they can have the ability to work legally, it'll change the whole dynamic. Just allow us to have a change instead of having to wait 180 days. If we can get a 30-day work authorization, that would change everything like this.
Well, the governor says that she and Mayor Adams first asked the White House for work authorization a year ago when there were only 10,000 asylum seekers. Now there are nearly 100,000. At 6 o'clock, I'll give you a look at the people and the problems of putting a shelter in a quiet Queens neighborhood. Maurice and Christine.
Okay, thank you, Marcia.